Hi everyone.
Hi!
Welcome back to another Twin Sight podcast. With me, Rachel Anthon, and my twin sister,
Rebecca Anthon. Today's episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about musicals, what got us into going to the theatre and watching plays, and all that jazz.
But first off, we're going to be talking about our week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do you want to go first?
Yep, so we hope you've all had a good week.
Yeah.
This week, I've been working hard because I work full time. And it's been it was one of them weeks is all I'm gonna say. One of them weeks, but it's fine. We're all good. I had a good day yesterday. I went to Manchester and we went for food. Well, I went for food with our auntie. She's our godmother, but I call her my auntie, to San Carlo, which was really nice. Had a porn star martini or two. Had a great time. Did go shopping. Didn't buy much apart from knickers because I didn't have any. Well, I did. I do, but they were just a bit. Day is all I'm going to say about that. So sometimes you're going to treat yourself to new knickers, and that I did. But that was it because then broke into buying anything else. I'm trying to think of what else I've done this week. Didn't have a driving lesson. She cancelled me on Friday morning, and I was like, but the thing is, if you cancel on them, which I don't think is fair, but then again, life isn't fair, you get charged for it, which I don't feel that that's right. But then I guess they've got to make a living somehow. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that was basically my week. What did you do this week?
Well, basically most of the week I've not really done much. But yesterday I made some scones. They were really nice.
They were.
And I was attempting to make cinnamon rolls. However, my ingredients started to look like a cake. So I just got rid. I just thought, you know what? Just stick to the ready-made pastry that you can get from the shops and do it that way, love. But
I think it would have been fine.
I know. I think
who doesn't like cake?
It was runny though. It was that runny. I wasn't gonna be able to put it onto the kitchen surface and be able to roll it out. And then I thought if I had too much flour, it was then looking like cement. And I thought, she's not winning here.
No.
And I thought, can't make an edible food for you. I nearly poisoned you with food on Friday.
Yeah, she did.
So I've been making tea. Made something called chicken dish. I've seen a lot of people have it on TikTok.
I thought you were gonna say Trish dish.
Big up for Trish.
Bless Trish.
Yeah, whoever she may be. So
his friend was called Trish, but she won't. I don't think she'll ever see this.
No, she won't.
Bless Trish. We love you, Trish.
We do.
How are you?
Goodness me. So anyway, so we've had this dish for years. It's unhealthy, but you know,
you only live once.
Yeah, that's the same.
You only live once, and if you're gonna live in fear, not even living in fear, that's a step too far in saying that, Rebecca. If you're gonna live in, just enjoy what you eat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We enjoy what we eat, as you can probably tell. Life is too short. If you want that cake, you eat that cake. If you want that salad, which you probably don't, but you're still going to eat it, aren't you?
Well, yeah. So anyway, if you don't know what chicken dish is, it's basically chicken, bacon, soup, onion, really salted crisp and cheese.
Do you know what? It sounds disgusting, but it's really, really nice.
A lot of people have had it when I've seen it on TikTok. So anyway, we had that, and then then I got it out the oven, and then the chicken was raw.
I'd started eating the chicken.
I started eating the chicken as well, but we're here to tell the tale. We
didn't get food poisoning, which I don't know how we didn't.
Maybe we just got a really good immune system.
Maybe, but my stomach wasn't bad either.
No.
Oh,
but
well.
we don't recommend.
No, don't eat raw chicken out for fun.
No. Like,
you remember them two off, was it X Factor? You got me raw chicken.
Oh, yeah, Bradley and what was his friend called? Yeah, I know who you mean.
I don't know,
now.
but they're not friends anymore, are they?
No.
Tragic.
But, you know, when you see on TV, do not try this at home. That's technically what I'm trying to say. Just make sure your chicken's cooked before you eat into it. But, anyway, so we're fine. And then, as well, since starting to lose weight and doing Slimming World, I've lost a stone. Woo!
Well done.
But I've stopped going to Slimming World now because, like I said, I'm starting a new job. I was, I don't shift due to shifts. You know, it means that I can't continue, but I'm still going to continue with the diet, just not continue going.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what we've really been doing this week, isn't it?
Yeah. Excited for a new week.
Yeah.
New week, fresh start, new opportunities,
New
and
goals to hit.
All that jazz.
Yeah.
All that jazz. Right, so let's talk about the theatre, musicals, plays. Why did we get in to go into the theatre? Do you want to answer?
Yeah. So it was actually our grandma and grandpa that got us into the theatre. They have been involved in Wigan Little Theatre for I think it's since it was open, really. Would you say?
Yeah, possibly. A long time.
Yeah.
Grandma's now died. She has. I don't know why I laugh every time I mention that someone's like died.
No,
but
right. When grandma died, Rebecca did this. When she says tell us something when someone's died or it's bad news, she says it in such a direct way.
I don't mean for it to come across like that.
So she rang our dad and said because it was our grandma was our mum's mum. She rang our dad and she went, "Hi, Dad." Sorry,
I didn't laugh when I said it, by the way.
No,
I was in grief. Grief does funny things to you.
No, just how you went. "Hi, Dad, Grandma, she's dead. She died this morning."
I don't mean to be blunt, but she did.
Well, she did.
That's what I said.
And then another thing was when Paul O'Grady died.
Oh, God rest his soul.
No, but she came into my room and she was like, "You never guess who died last night." And I was thinking, who's she gonna say? I was thinking it was someone who we know, like a family member or a family friend.
But I don't mean it. I'm trying to give the bad news in the most gentle way.
And then she went, we did love Paul O'Grady. That's not what I'm trying to say. We did really like Paul O'Grady. But she went, "Paul O'Grady died," and it was just how she said it, and I don't know. She's just not good at telling people someone's died. Really, not good at releasing the grief to people.
I try and tell people as gently as I can, but I now work as a receptionist in the NHS.
Yeah.
So people have died. So I hope that I've got better at telling that someone's died, telling people that someone's died. Like,
oh, I hope so.
I don't know. I'd like to think so.
Yeah, just so long as it's not. Yeah, she's died. She is dead.
It was just a part of grief that sometimes people go through.
Yeah, I think probably.
I wasn't like that when Gramps died, though. I was very sad. And it's not that I didn't like my grandma, before you all come at me in the comments. I did like my grandma. very much.
But when Grandpa died, you didn't have to tell people that Grandpa had died.
Well, no, I found out in work.
Yeah.
So I was working in New Look in retail at the time. This is going based on what... this is like completely off topic from what we're talking about. But seeing as we're already talking about grief, we may as well go through... we may as well talk about it. But I was working at New Look in our local town. Hated it, by the way. Especially like the last year. But anyway, I'm losing track of thought or whatever it is. And my dad rang me and he was like, I knew it anyway, like I just knew it. You get that phone call, you know that they've died, because he'd been in hospital for a week, unresponsive. We think he'd had a stroke because he was all drooped on one side. It was quite scary when I saw him for the last time. But my my dad... So I got this phone call. I was like, I'm going to have to go. Like, I need to answer my phone. And there was only me and one other person who I was with. She's a really good friend of mine now. Was like, it was just me and her in the shop. And I just said, I need to go off the shop floor. My gramps has just died. Kind of left her to it.
And then kind of knew as well that
he'd been poorly for a while. I was going to see him every week.
People at work, didn't you?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, the management, Denise is who I'm talking about. It was supportive, and Chris was another one who was very supportive, and Evie and Ash, them two, and Ellie, them five were really, really supportive when Gramps passed away. But I did unfortunately have to stay in work and finish my shift. As much as I wanted to go home and not be there.
I think what was, although we got that news that Grandpa had died, we did in the evening already have planned we went to Charlotte's, didn't we? And when
I met Storm for the first time, I nearly killed the dog. Right. In my defence, I didn't know she was in the car. So I was rattling on about, sorry, it's taken me so long. We had an issue with this and that. Not obviously really thinking. And I throw my bag over in the back. I go, Rach, take my bag. She had my sister's dog, the pug, Storm. Because I didn't realise she'd brought her to surprise me. And then, nearly killed the little dog.
Yeah.
But she's fine. She's lived another...
She's still here.
She's still here. And she's thriving.
The reason why we say that part is because Charlotte had just adopted Storm, so it was the first time in us ever meeting Storm.
Yeah, I mean, talk about first impressions. Nearly getting killed by your auntie.
She still loves you, though.
Yeah.
She's the best.
Does. But what were we even...
Wigan Little Theatre, talking about that.
Yeah, so Grandpa, which is our mum's dad. Right, so I say... Grandpa, as in my mum's dad.
Yeah.
And I say Gramps, because I always used to call Gramps, which is my dad's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how, to make it easier for you all, that we differentiate which is which when we're talking about them. But anyway, we're talking about the theatre. So... our grandpa, he used to paint the sets for Wigan Little Theatre when they had shows on, and he did that for years and years and years. And him and my grandma would go every month to watch a show at the theatre. So whatever was on, they'd go and watch it. So we've continued that tradition now with him and my mum. It did used to be him and mum, and then we kind of like decided we wanted to go as well, because we just thought, what a nice idea.
I think as well, it's something we wanted to do, something different this year, and we wanted to see what, because when we've seen plays in the past, it's been family members that have directed it or family members that have been in.
Yeah, so and we've got family friends now that are in a lot of the shows,
Yeah.
because they were good friends with my grandma and grandpa, or our older sister, because she was heavily involved in it when she was younger. So it was really nice watching her when we were growing up in shows there. And she did Jane Eyre, she did
Christmas Carol.
that's it, A Christmas Carol. I didn't forget the name, I was just trying to remember.
Yeah.
She did Heidi High, she did, was it Little Miss Muffet, the
Yeah.
musical? She did, not the musical, you know what I mean, the pantomime. But yeah, she did Salt of the Earth. Kez
Yeah, she did.
was,
do
yeah,
Kez,
so she did quite a few.
Yeah.
And we always love watching her. I mean, now she has continued to do drama.
She was in a TV program on ITV called Malpractice.
She was the paramedic,
Yeah, one of the paramedics.
and she but yeah, I can see her. I hope something big happens for her in the acting world, but we know from her how difficult it is
Yeah.
to get jobs as an actor or an actress, because so many of the well-known ones are getting parts for things, so it's harder for newcomers to get involved. But you know, one day she's gonna get into something, and yeah,
we believe in her.
we believe in her.
I mean, you know,
She's gonna be successful.
yeah, I think I would like to do something like that in the future. I think if there was anything I would probably like to start off first is maybe do something commercial, because I think if you do something commercial, you know, I think that's the starting point, and you know, with even confidence, and but who knows. So we're gonna talk about, so that was one of the reasons what got us into liking musicals. Was that
Definitely.
with even our younger sisters, they like musicals, and
High School Musical growing up, we loved it, didn't we?
We used to love watching High School Musical with our family friend and Charlotte, family friend Heather, with Olivia, our sister, and Charlotte, and me and Rebecca. We just used to
High School
love
Musical
High-
2 in particular.
Yeah, we'd always used to sing, we gotta work this out. Like, honestly, we love that film through and through. And then as a tradition on New Year's Day, we'd watch The Sound of Music, wouldn't we?
We did.
And sometimes if it was on, I think we would watch Sister Act as well, and during Christmas time, I think.
Possibly.
If it was on. But yeah, we just absolutely love musicals.
I just love going to the theatre.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night, weren't we? That as any sort of present, like when it's our birthday or Christmas, we're happy with theatre tickets because we just love musicals that much.
Yeah. What would you like to go and see next? What would be the top 5?
Right, my top 5.
Yeah.
Would be Billy Elliot. I've wanted to watch for years. Les Mis.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia, because I believe that they do, with the Mamma Mia one, they do, I think, like, you have food there or something.
Yeah, I think there is somewhere where you can do that.
That's free. Kinky Boots. And
you said about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, Chitty Bang Bang.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I can't remember the film though. I just remember there was
I don't remember the film.
There was that
creepy man.
Yeah.
The child catcher or something.
Yeah, I think so. I want to see, let me think of what I've not seen from the top of my head. Maybe Mary Poppins.
Oh, that would be good.
That would be good. Chicago.
Yes.
That would be really good. And oh gosh,
you want to see Lion King?
Lion King. I want to see that. Mamma Mia, obviously Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, what else? My mind's gone. I'm trying to think of one other. Like,
let me think. Trying to see which ones are out at the minute.
I know, that's what I'm trying to think.
That Starlight Express is meant to be good. They're on rollerblades.
Yeah, we'll go with that then. Starlight Express, because my mind has gone blank when I'm trying to think of like 5 things.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
That
gone.
was me just then.
But yes, we love a musical. Love a musical. And plays as well. We have seen quite a few plays.
Yeah. We saw at Wigan Little Theatre a couple of months ago the Revlon Girls.
Yes.
Or was it Revlon Girl?
The Revlon Girl, I think it was called.
And that was based on the was it
the accident that happened in Wales a long time ago, and the mining accident,
Yeah.
where one of the mountains did it collapse into a school, and yeah, so that was very sad. And we've just watched Saturday Night at the Crown, which was so funny.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think I've laughed at something like I'm not laughed at a show so much in ages.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny. Like, all the cast were really good, and
Yeah.
I could have watched it 10 times over
Yeah.
and still be crying laughing.
I know. That I could have watched that again, you know.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's nice what like Wigan Little Theatre has kind of brought to our family, because you know, even as a community, it's a nice community, and a lot of the people that have gone there, you know, kind of like family to us now, aren't they? Like,
Yeah,
especially
they are.
like Nicola, you know,
Cherney, Margaret. I mean, she was family anyway, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Margaret, Rita.
Yeah.
Who else? There's somebody else.
Hillary, did you say?
Hillary.
So yeah, we've been really lucky as to what what the theatre has brought to us, and we like when we've seen musicals in the past, not at the theatre, but when we've been to Manchester or Liverpool, like, it's nice because we go. Our dad's been interested in going as well, so and at that moment. And in a few weeks you're gonna watch War Horse.
I'm going to see War Horse with my mum in Liverpool, so that's really exciting. Because she's never seen it before. We've seen it. It traumatized you, didn't it? Why did it traumatize you? Just because it was so like real in terms of sounds and everything.
No, yeah,
was it
the sounds and the puppets. Because the puppets reminded me of like Madame Tussauds. I'm a sensitive soul.
Right, but yeah,
that's why I'm not gonna go. And this is why I'm a bit reluctant to go and watch Lion King and stuff, because I'm like, but anyway, I'm a wimp.
You don't have to watch it then.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I won't. It's fine. I won't do that then.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's another. Yeah, we just really love musicals.
We like music as a family. I think music is just so like dynamic. There's so many varieties of it, of course, and there's music for every single mood and every single like part of life, which is nice. Like, there's some songs that you listen to remind you of that moment, like Andrew Bocelli.
Oh,
Time to Say Goodbye. I can never listen to that song because it reminds me of my grandma's funeral and it reminds me of my Gramps' funeral because they had it playing on the way out of the church for grandma's, and when we said goodbye to Gramps, because he was actually cremated, but we all went up and said like goodbye or whatever everybody else said. I don't really know because I've not asked anybody, but
Grandpa's funeral got filmed, didn't it?
yeah. Now when we say it got filmed,
Yeah, sorry.
we've got family all over. We've got family in South Africa.
Yeah.
We've got family in Australia, down south, you know, we've got family here, there, everywhere, and he had friends here, there, everywhere as well. So we have, it is actually filmed. We filmed it, and it was kind of nice because when you're there, you don't realise it was being filmed, like you don't. But it was nice to. Not necessarily watch back because it is difficult to watch back.
Yeah.
But to kind of have that for people who couldn't make it for whatever reason. So it was nice for them to be a part of it.
It's a nice idea, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's
like you don't. It's not filmed in the sense of like you're not seeing us all going into the church. You're just seeing us going in with the coffin, and he was on wheels, Gramps, wasn't he?
He had a wicker casket,
he had a wicker casket, and I don't even know why it was on wheels. Was it just because so many of us wanted to carry the coffin? Well, not carry the coffin, we wheeled the coffin.
Yeah, I don't think.
And it wasn't because he was a heavy man. Well, it might have been. I don't know.
Yeah. But
yeah.
What I don't know what did we?
Andrea
Pacelli. That's why you were going on.
Andrea Pacelli, but he was part of a choir as well, and they sang at his funeral, which was really nice.
They were very good, weren't they?
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah,
and when it was our grandma's funeral, the choir, it's the church where we've been brought up in, and where our mum sings in, and they sang really well as well, didn't they? For grandma's funeral. They did. So that's why she can't listen to Andrea Pacelli.
No, I can't listen to that song, otherwise I just end up crying.
I didn't realise she couldn't listen to it until we watched Amanda and Alan's, was it Spanish or Italian Escape?
I think it was Italian Escape.
And we were like, why? What's the matter?
Because it's trauma.
Yeah.
Okay? It's trauma.
So we'll change the subject now.
Sounds like I'm like joking about it, but I'm not.
No, she's not. But with our parents, so our dad, he was in a band for a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had a song. Do you know what? Daddy's very, very talented.
He is.
All of our family are very talented. I think it goes. We're not, but it's all right because our family are.
Yeah.
It's
never too late as well, you know, to start playing an instrument. What would you play?
I wouldn't play one because I'd just get bored unless it's singing.
You
which
could do
I
singing.
Can't. Yeah, but I can't sing.
No.
Can you sing? Can you sing?
I'm not going to do it now. I don't think anybody wants to hear me singing.
Give it a go and don't be shy. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful Fiona from Shrek.
I know, that was kind of the vibe I was going for.
Yeah, that song.
Look, I've got the Olga hair that she has. She has ginger
you've got the shape of Fiona
hair.
when she turns into an Olga.
Charming.
But so have I because we are twins.
So Dad was in a band. What was the name of his band?
Let me switch that off.
I can't remember the name of Dad's band, but Dad was in a band, and he did a song called Lonely Hearts. Oh, he did a few songs.
Yeah.
So you can say that we've got quite a musicality parents in a sense.
Let us know if you want us to release that song. No, I'm only joking.
Imagine. Could get Dad famous.
No. Maybe we could recreate it.
I know. Yeah, we could. Maybe for his 70th, get all of the daughters to like do it. Didn't one of them do that? Dad was on the
sure.
keyboard. Dad was on the keyboard, I think, because Dad he self-taught himself to learn how to play the piano. That's how music
And he's good, to be
talented
fair.
Dad is.
He doesn't play it much anymore because he's got arthritis in his hands.
Yeah, but I think he could have easily have taught him to play other instruments as well.
Yeah,
but because
he could.
he's really passionate about playing the piano, and he's just amazing at it. And
He wants to get back into music, and I think he wants to maybe compose a few songs.
Yeah.
So I said, give it a go. You're retired, hon.
Yeah.
Do it.
He also brought us up into listening to Elton John,
Oh yeah, we love a bit of EJ.
Amy McDonald, Charlotte, and Dad likes. She's a country singer, isn't she?
Katie Mellia, that was Nana's favourite, wasn't
Yeah.
she? Wasn't it? Wasn't
Yeah.
she?
Kiss Melia. Catherine got us into the Sixpence, didn't she? Kiss me, do do.
Yeah.
And
Mum
then
got us into.
was it Eva Cassidy who died? Singer.
Oh, did she die?
She died. Whitney Houston. She likes Mum.
She does. I think we all like Take That, don't we?
Yeah, Take That. We love.
Just have a little patience.
One of my faves is Michael Bublé.
Oh really?
I love Michael Bublé.
She's a
Jazz.
believer.
Yeah, I know we're just in Believer.
Mm-hmm.
I like jazz music. I love John Legend. Like his music.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been. Who do you like?
I love Mika.
Oh, Mika. We
Mika.
saw Mika, didn't we, last year with Dad?
And it was great. I loved it. And Marina. It used to be Marina and the Diamonds, but now she's just Marina. And I love Marina. Gwen Stefani is another one I like.
Yes.
The Saturdays, we love their music.
Yeah, we saw the Saturdays live time ago.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen.
I'd like to see Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
I really like Dua Lipa.
We wanted to watch Sabrina Carpenter, and
but we're too poor to get tickets, so
I know.
It's
Maybe
Coldplay. I love
Coldplay.
Coldplay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
S Club.
There ain't nobody like an S Club. I'm gonna show you how. Yeah, yeah.
And on that note, we're gonna end the podcast. See you next week. Bye.